Hey guys, welcome back. I'm playing on Balmora Town by Prinzmetal. So, this is going to be a real nostalgia trip for me. So, let's get rid of some of the Zeds, but let's check this place out. Now, might as well start the trip back where you would start the trip, which is arriving in one of these things. I can't remember what they were called, but... oh wow, yeah, you would actually turn up in Balmora Town like this and be like, oh wow. So, let's see what we can see. Now, as usual, we're going to continue the trip like you would continue the trip, which is going to the building, if I can remember where it was, where the guy giving you your main story quests was, and I think it's over here, so... excuse me. Let's go check that out. Now I have to say, this does look a little bit small. Like, okay, bear in mind, my memory is going back to when Morrowind was a new game, back in the early 2000s, but this, I believe, was the name of the guy who actually gave you all of your main story quests for quite a while. So, let's try and make sure that bloke's alive somewhere. There he is, right. He's nice and slow, so he can very slowly follow us around while we actually check out these places. So I'm figuring, yeah, you won't be able to go in any of these buildings, but certainly have a look around. This is looking a lot like Balmora Town actually did, which is old and, well, it's an old game, put it this way, and I guess by default it actually looks better than Balmora Town simply because the way you do the lighting and the textures just kind of is better. Oh, wait, what? Okay, right, those shitty little things, right. If you're ever wandering around in the middle of nowhere, all of a sudden it'd be like, there are enemies nearby, and the combat music would start, and you'd be like, I don't see anyone around, what the hell are you talking about? And then you would look up, and it'd be one of those dinosaur bird things, or, you know, several, oh my god. I suppose I can kill these assholes, can I? Because I fucking hated those things. If anyone's actually played Morrowind, you will know exactly what I mean. They were a real pain in the ass. Alright, let's continue looking around. But yeah, I guess by default, all of the textures and the details will actually be better, simply because this is Killing Floor 2, so you have to try really hard just to make this look really bad. Because Morrowind is an old game, and the lighting and the textures don't really carry through as well, but this looks good, I have to say, although, yeah, it does look a bit small, and I do not remember this gigantic statue being right in the market area, I have to say. It does look a bit off. In fact, if you look at everything else, it looks like a very fancy detail here. Oh well, let's have a look around, shall we? Also, okay, these boxes do look small. If there's one thing I did a hell of a lot of in Morrowind, it was looting boxes, and of course, like, pots and everything. These are actually, like, half the size. So other than the sizing, I'd have to say, so far, this is actually looking really nice. As to where these stairs were leading to, I'm not sure, but... alright, let's have a look around. And of course, you've got the wind blowing around the, well, I guess they're not exactly signs, are they? Because if you actually look, they are all the same, and that's pretty much how it was. Although, of course, they've got the Horzine symbol on, so that's an interesting little addition there. But yeah, we've basically got the same sort of atmosphere you would actually have in this town when it was raining. Although there's no lightning and thunder, which is alright, but... seriously, I want to see if we can actually get on these rooftops, I really do. And I'm guessing you can't get inside any of the buildings, but there is that. Right, let's have a look around in here. I'm liking this extra detail as well. Like, I'm actually not sure if you actually had grass like this in Balmora Town, because of course, as I said, Morrowind is a really old game. Ooh, okay, so we can get on this, but can't quite get on this extra bit there, okay. What about the guard towers? Also, yeah, if you look at that, the doors look a bit short, don't they? Either way, you can see all the water running down the sides of the buildings and stuff, so... there's plus sides and there's downsides, this map, but... overall, I really liked it. I mean, as soon as I saw it in the workshop, I thought I have to review this. I just have to, just because Morrowind was an amazing RPG game, and I absolutely loved it way back in the day. Yeah, let's see what else we can find. We're actually nearly done, by the way. We've actually nearly explored the entirety of the map. So, not much left. What would be nice, though, I have to say, as an addition is, of course, we've got the trader here. But it would be nice if You can actually... Oh, okay, right, that's a little bit broken. We can kind of fit our head in the sides here, which we're not supposed to. But yeah, when it comes to the actual trader, don't tell me it switched the type of Zed. Okay, so yeah, we went into an area where the Zeds actually couldn't follow me, I guess. And of course, it's now changed what kind of Zed we've got following us, so it's no longer the thin bloat, it is now you. Let's see if I can actually switch it back while we actually do the rest of the search. Can I still mess around with this, or... Okay, no, you can still follow me in here. I hate it when he does that, but we'll just have to manage. Alright, let's continue our search, shall we? Okay, we can't go out, we can't possibly leave the town, but we've actually nearly explored the entire place now. And of course, we've got some crates as well, which is nice. It is good to get some ammo and weapons here and there, as long as it's not overdone. Yeah, where can we go? So we've basically got to the edge here, and now we're back to where our quest town was. There is one more place we haven't exactly explored yet. And let's go over to the central area over here, see what we can find, anything interesting. Because there is one thing you could actually do over in this area, which was hiding from the guards and actually loot all sorts of crates and stuff. But yeah, this back alley does seem a bit empty, but yeah, as I was going to say, it'd be nice if the trader could have one of the NPCs around here, but yeah, it definitely looks like a small area, because if you look how squeezed some of these buildings are together, because there was actually quite a lot of space in Balmora Town. But either way, see you next wave. Alright, so we'll basically continue these waves, have a look around the map as we do, but basically, I think this is a good map. I do, but there are some adjustments that I do think need to be made, which I've mentioned already, so let's just plough our way through the Zeds and eventually get to the boss, and yeah, let's win this match. And of course, I picked the Berserker because I guess it's the closest to being a Morrowind character you can actually get, really, with the melee weapons, but this will have to do. I did actually, for a very long time, actually have a magical katana in Morrowind. I had that plus the orc armor, which was Japanese, like samurai armor. Jeez, this is taking me back, isn't it? Okay, right. It seems the Zeds are having a bit of trouble with the stairs, and kind of so am I guess. Look at that. Okay, so the pathing might have a bit of problems here, but the trader arrows were going the right way at least. Oh, I actually did get on top of there, hang on. Right, now can the Zeds follow me up here? Yeah, okay, they can, right. It's important to try and find out any areas where the Zeds can't follow you, because they're kind of exploitable areas that you don't really want to... Oh, is he stuck? Oh dear, that's not very good, is it? So there's some pathing testing that needs to be done here. You know what, what if I just leave him there? Does he eventually get away from it, or is he going to have to be despawned? But yeah, seems like the pathing is having problems with the stairs, so definitely check that out. As for the blood, yeah, as you can see, it's kind of a bit stretched here, so that needs to be checked out, but other than that, it's just you, isn't it? Poor fella, alright. Don't worry, I'll fix this for you. Right, see you next wave. Okay, so this is what I was actually on about before, maybe having NPCs as the trader, because this is what the guy actually looked like. Oh. Okay, so that just straight up disappeared on me, but yeah. Still use the trader, but that's what the NPC looked like used to give you quests, although the fact that he's kind of had like a wall just straight behind him did look a bit odd. So perhaps do a quick bit of designing of the inside of the building and just have him standing in the doorway so, you know, you can't get past, you can't get inside, but still use the trader. So that is a bit odd, because of course you've got the usual trader pods, but then there's this one, which is very different, so I think if you're going to do something like that, which is very interesting, do consider actually replacing some of the trader pods with something like that. Because a similar idea, it's a good idea, it is. Especially if you're trying to make a map that's like something from the game, is actually putting NPCs as potential traders is a very interesting idea. So, more of that please, because it does look very good. But yeah, it won't take as long to get through all the traders. Because of course the reason why I do my my reviews on normal is of course we want to see the entire map and we don't really want to have to worry about the Zeds too much. Because if this was on my usual Hell on Earth difficulty, I might die halfway through and not even show you all the entire map. So let's get rid of you and then yeah. Good luck fighting me, buddy. Good luck. Because it ain't gonna work. Take my time though. And if you're wondering why don't you block more often, yeah, I'm bad at that. Anyways, see you next wave. So I was having a look around here and I did notice some floating grass, so do be careful where you place it. As for the out of map stuff, honestly I can't remember what it was like, but at least there's detail there. There's lots of trees and stuff. It's not just sort of completely plain and blank as if there was nothing there. So that's been taken into consideration as well. Also, if I'm remembering correctly, wasn't there lots of fog around here? Which means you couldn't really see that far into the distance anyway. Well, I think that was mainly there because, you know, it's an old game, so it can't load the entire map. So, to give you a realistic reason to not be able to see everything. But what I was on about is less of that, more of this, you know? Out of map detail. But I think adding the fog there is probably a nice and safe way of actually hiding some of the detail that that game didn't have. So you can't look too far into the distance because of course eventually you got the fog. I think that's something you could add possibly just as an out of map detail, not as something in the middle of the town, which I think like you used to get in the cities and stuff, is if you just looked off into the distance, eventually you just see fog. It's like, why is there fog everywhere? But putting the fog at a certain distance away outside the actual map, like off in the edges, that wouldn't look off. In fact, that would just look more realistic like the game, I guess. Oh yeah, of course, we actually can't go on top of any of these buildings, can we? So let's go in the centre and find out where this was coming from. So I could hear you for like quite a mile away. See if we can actually get here before the Scrake does. Fortunately though, the Scrakes like to walk calmly. Unless, you know, they either get buffed by one of the elite clots or unless you damage them. So that's one down. It's alright, take your time, Scrake, you're fine. And I of course just have far too much health to even, I guess, bother doing any blocking, so let's be careful, I don't want to get vomited on. Because of course that kind of just messes up my view, you know? There we go, there's one down. Let's get rid of these guys. Now I'm kind of curious to see where the boss actually arrives. I have to say, it would be nice if he actually turned up the same way you would turn up... Oh god, that guy actually went through the floor. That's weird, hang on. Let's see if I can actually just knock someone down. Yeah, okay, right. So the bodies are just going right through the floor there. That's odd. Hey, stop that. I have to say, it would be nice if the boss actually arrived the same way you would and actually turns up over there, but I guess we'll just have to see how that happens. As for pathing, as you can see, we're having a bit of problems here. So let's finish off the Scrake, but yeah, it's the stairs. Okay, he's dead, right, but yeah, the stairs and some of the hillsides, and there's something stuck over there as well, yeah. There's a lot of path fixing that needs to be done here, so do check that out. Let's actually check out what's wrong with this guy. It looks like he's actually outside the map, so I might not be able to do anything with him. Oh, yeah, there's a siren there. Looks like she's stuck, and I have no grenades that do damage, so this is going to take a while, so see you with the boss. Alright, he's actually near our quest giver. Well, that's just rude. Alright. Let's go fix this problem. There you are. You and me. Let's do this. Of course you can hear the, a gigantic, I don't know, crab thingy? It does all it does all the travel. Right, come here. He's gonna very easily grab me, but we'll see. Well, See if we can break it before he grabs me. No. Oh well. I'm sure I'll manage. As for your little buddies, I'm sure they'll... Wow, that guy's just walking off. He's like, you know what? I ain't having any of this. Alright, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Where'd this other guy go? Come here.